Greetings, nerds and nerdettes. It's me, Nismospoolin, everyone's favorite internet nobody. I'm back, making another video on New World. Yes, today's video is going to be about my experience with it after a month of play. I've gotten quite a few people asking me in my Twitch chat if I'm enjoying the game. How do I like it? What about it? Is it any good? People thinking about picking it up for themselves. And at $40, it's not bad of a value for a game that you might want to just kind of pick up and give a try. At the very beginning, there was a lot to do. There was life skilling, or whatever people call it. People in RuneScape call it life skilling or Black Desert Online. I came from a FPS game background, as some of you guys from my channel already know, and I just figured that I would give New World a good solid run, considering it's a new game. I needed something to play, I needed something to make content on, so I decided to pick it up. And at the very beginning, there was a lot of content to do. There was a lot of skills to level up. Leveling up your character itself, the actual visuals of the game are beautiful. It's a breathtakingly beautiful game. The crafting is pretty intricate, and there's lots to do there. All in all, at the very beginning of the game, everything seemed on the up and up. It wasn't until I got to about level 30, maybe late 20s, that I started to actually run into some hitches. The world is pretty small. There's not a lot to explore. Once you've gotten to all of the settlements, there's not really anything interesting to see or do. The most interesting things are like the Dryad place. That's kind of neat. But after you've been there for a couple of days and you've just been running around doing the same thing over and over again, that gets kind of stale. And then you got the Shattered Mountain, and once you've gone all the way through there, you start running out of things to do. The fast traveling can get annoying, but if you've got either plenty of the fast travel juice, or you have enough gold to have a house pretty much anywhere on the map, or multiple houses, that you can kind of negate some of those travel costs. And there's no mounts. So if you wanted to just mount up and explore some of the areas, you can't do that. You have to do everything on foot. And that kind of gets tiresome. I hope they add mounts later on, but from what other people have been telling me, they probably won't. There's probably not going to be any mounts. It's probably all going to be foot travel and all fast travel from settlement to settlement, and I feel like that's kind of a missed opportunity, and it makes people feel like they're punished for exploring the game. But I mean, you can't have everything, I understand that, and that's fine. There's no motivation to play after a certain point. Like, I made it to level 60, but a lot of people got kind of stuck in the 30s, and they just didn't want to keep going because they ran out of things to do. The main story quest is lackluster. You don't remember any of the people in it. I barely remembered any of the characters as I was going through it. You start out looking at this Captain Thorpe character, and he's got a box that he opens for this dude, and this dude tells him that he's got to go to, I don't know, the Bermuda Triangle or something on a ship. So he comes up and he tells you, "Hey guy, you're not doing anything. You want to come on this ship with me and go to the Bermuda Triangle?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I ain't got nothing better to do." So you get on his ship, you get to the Bermuda Triangle, everything blows up, there's a whole bunch of freaking rocks that shoot out of the ocean, and then you're shipwrecked on this freaking island, and then Captain Thorpe tells you to go get his box, and then he melts. And he doesn't even give you his sweet hat. Sucks. So you go somewhere, you go to your nearest settlement, and then you get a quest to go meet up with some dude that's fishing? And he never doesn't really do anything besides stand there fishing. And then you get a little bit further into the game, and he turns on you? But he hasn't been doing anything all game? It gets a little rough. Without spoiling the story for you, it's really, really weak. And even then, the main story quest doesn't even get you to level 60. I finished the main story quest at like level 55. And I was completely out of stuff to do. I went from like settlement to settlement picking up their quests, but they gave you very, very little. And then I did like storyboard quests. Or storyboard turn-ins or whatever. Well, not storyboard. Town board turn-ins. Over and over and over and over again. Now, I did get some experience from crafting and cooking and stuff like that. I can't say that I didn't. You know, I can't say I didn't get anywhere from doing... I can't say that I only leveled using the town board. But that was a bulk of it. And it sucked. It was the most boring, uninspired, drab, and dead leveling experience I've ever had in an MMO. And I've played some pretty crappy MMOs. Once I got to level 60, I decided I wanted to do more PvP. I wanted to do more PvP earlier on, but the way that the war system works, it's like high school dodgeball. And you've got to kind of like throw your hat in the ring and hope that the captain picks you to be on his team. And then if he doesn't, you just SOL. You got nothing to do. So I managed to get picked somehow to go into a war. I did that for the... I originally started the game on the Marauders faction. I got to the max reputation for them, and then I switched over to the Covenant faction because I kind of wanted to see what everything was all about there. And I had a friend, or a couple of friends, that were in a company that was in the Covenant faction. So I switched over. I leveled up my Covenant all the way up to max. Joined up with them, and tried to do more group-based activities with Corb and Lazis, but I only ended up doing stuff with Corb, which is fine. Lazis, looking at you. Never want to do nothing with me. Huh? Too cool for Nismospoolin? Too cool for everyone's favorite nobody? I see you. I'm just kidding. You don't have... Nobody has to play with me. All right? I'm a nobody. So yeah, I got into a war. And the war was an absolute shit show. It was just... If your healers are awake, you win. Everybody just zergs on everybody. There's no cohesion. There's no strategy. There's no skill involved. Everybody just zergs on one another. And whoever's healers fall asleep first loses. And it was boring. And I didn't like it. And it went on for way too long. And I was sitting in there thinking, is this over yet? I think I went through 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes of this whole war. And I was sick of it by 10 minutes. Because it was just... Run over to this flag, capture this flag, run over to this flag, capture this flag, run over to this flag, make sure they don't capture it, run over to this one, make sure they don't capture it, and over and over and over and over and over again. Of just... nothing. It was nothing. It was boring. It didn't feel good. The world PvP doesn't feel good. Because you go looking for a 1v1, and you get a 1v5. And you get zerged down and you get killed because you ain't got no heals. I tried doing duels. I got obliterated by somebody with an ice gauntlet. I stacked ice resist, went out, tried again, and got obliterated by somebody with an ice gauntlet. I didn't understand why my axe, which is like 580 item level, was not doing any damage to this person. But one spell from his ice gauntlet took me down a quarter of my HP. I don't get it. He was like 3 levels lower than me too. I don't understand the PvP in this game. I don't understand the scaling. Nobody's explained it to me. I've been looking around on Reddit and on forums and stuff like that. I don't understand how any of this crap works, but it's okay. I managed to get through some stuff. But that could really use some work. So far what we've got is the main story quest needs completely reworked. PvP needs completely reworked. Leveling needs something. There's nothing there. It's just an arbitrary number that you need to keep getting up. There's town board, and it's incredibly boring, and I hate it. And then on top of all of these things are the bugs and the exploits. And for the past, like, 3 days, I've been watching Josh Strife Hayes just hammer out videos of game-breaking bugs and exploits.
Is fundamentally broken. Not only is it hemorrhaging players, it has also had tens
Ladies
of
and
thousands
gentlemen,
of gold
welcome.
coins
I'm Josh
injected
Strife Hayes.
into circulation
I don't normally make
via a
update
replication
videos like
glitch.
this,
And
but
perhaps the worst thing,
the recent
there
ladies
was
and
out
gentlemen, welcome.
temporary
I'm Josh Strife
vulnerability
Hayes.
to
I've never done
about
so
the
many
game
small
for
update
some
videos,
but
exploits.
I
I
believe
believe
this is
vulnerability
important as well,
because the new world will have already content. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm Josh Strife Hayes, and on my screen you can see a giant sausage.
Not little ones. Not, oh, hee, just tiny little things where you're just like, oh, man, I can see how that would happen. No, massive problems with the way the server communicates with the client, and the client communicates with the server, and then massive problems with item duping and gold duping, and just, it's a freaking mess. People losing gold from trading post things. It's just, the oversights in the development of this game are mind-boggling. For how long they were developing this and how many experienced people they had in there. They had so many experienced MMO game developers and designers in this game, and it's rife with issues. I don't think I've seen a game ship this broken since Cyberpunk. And this Cyberpunk was arguably more broken than this. Like, at least this game is playable, but at the same time, is it? I mean, I was going through YouTube looking at other people's, like, first impressions of this game, and something like 70% of them were all sponsored videos by Amazon. So you can't trust anything any of these people are saying. I figured that if I was going to make a video of this, I was going to play through it all the way to max level and try to do everything that I could and give a nice, honest opinion of the game, so that people have a good, solid foundation to base their purchases on. At the end of the day, if you are looking to get into something new and you've been looking at New World, for $40, if you're not going to, like, grind your face into the pavement trying to get everything achieved and all max level and everything like that as fast as you can, it's not bad. For $40, just casual play, you'll be alright for a little bit until they come out with more content. If you pace yourself, you can have a pretty good time with this game. But if you're somebody that wants to make content on this game, or you want to push really hard and get all the way to the end game content, I've got bad news for you. There is no end game content. It's you get to 60 and you fall on your face. There's a couple of bosses that you can do. There's a couple of things that you can do, but at the end of it, it's really, really dead and really uninspired and empty. I wanted this game to be really good. I wanted this game to be really fun. I'm not coming out here and making this video so that I can just shit all over this game and look, they put all this effort in and it sucks. I wanted it to be really good. And there are some aspects of it that are fun and are really good. The game is beautiful. The crafting is pretty good, and it takes quite some time to level all of these things up, and it feels good and visceral, and, you know, it feels right. But apart from the crafting, you could decorate your house. Yay! House decorating. Yeah. If you're a casual player, it's worth the pickup. If you're a dedicated player, you can buy it, but you'll probably end up running out of things to do in a week. That's kind of what I did. I got to max level in like a week and a half, 2 weeks, and then I kind of ran out of things to do. If you're okay with that, if you're okay with sitting back and waiting for more content, there will inevitably be more content available once they get through all of these teething stages, you know, all of these hiccups and all of these coding problems that they're having. Once they get through all of that, they'll dish out some content. Whether it's going to be free or not, nobody knows. There's probably going to be paid expansions. I wouldn't doubt that. I don't see them coming out with more paid content anytime soon, so I feel like anything new that's going to come in the following months is probably going to be free, which would be nice. But we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes from here. If you're planning on buying it, don't get your hopes up too much. Try and pay it casually. Pace yourself, and you'll have a good time. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, something like 80-90% of my viewers aren't subscribed, and I think that's butt cheeks. So you should subscribe, because I would like you better if you did. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.